You see, the role of traditional rulers and the religious leaders in Nigeria is totally opposite to what so many politicians profess when it comes to Nigeria. You know, a lot of people, especially the political folks, they always come out to say that we want Nigeria to be one, we want Nigeria to be strong, we want unity in Nigeria. But haven't you been seeing videos trending where the religious leaders from northern Nigeria and some political figures are making? I've seen a lot, and I will show you an example of the video I'm talking about in this video. They are saying, especially their politicians, aspiring governors. I saw one video yesterday, aspiring governor of Castina State, right? Yeah. He said, if I become the governor of Castina State, I will never employ any Christian. I will never employ any Christian if I become a governor of Katsina State. Before you watch the video, this is what I want you to know. In northern Nigeria, there are some facts. I want you to go and verify it after I mention it now, because a lot of people don't know about this. In Kaduna State, we have 55% Christian population. Kaduna State ought to be a Christian state. But you know what Aerofy then turned Kaduna State into? That was why they wanted to eradicate Southern Kaduna. Up to today, we still have crisis in Southern Kaduna. Remember the military officer I brought to this platform during my live section, who confessed that he resigned after serving Nigeria army for 18 years. Why did you resign? You are close to pension. He said no, that there is an order to kill Christians. They were giving them order to kill Christians in Southern Kaduna. That made him to resign. Okay. For some of you who have not seen the video, maybe I could leave the video at the end of this clip. However, let's go to number 2 state, Adamawa. Adamawa has 60% population. Adamawa is a Christian state. Kaduna is 55%. Kaduna is a Christian state. You understand? Let us leave there. Go to Taraba. Taraba has 75% of Christian population. I hope you are taking note. I want you to go and verify this. Kaduna 55%, Adamawa 60%, Taraba 75%. Let's go to Kogi State. Kogi State has 60% population. Let's go to Nasarawa. Nasarawa have 70% population of Christians in that state. After that, let's go to embattled Plateau State. Plateau State has 90% of Christian population. Now let's go to Benue State, number 1. Benue State has 95% of Christian population. All these states I'm just mentioning, apart from Plateau State and Benue State, there is no place they are giving Christians heads to scratch. And you are seeing people from everywhere saying that if they become governor, they will never employ a Christian. Watch the video. Let us turn to Osun State, where a Yoruba monarch, a traditional ruler, is banning Obi, Atiku, and Makinde not to step their feet in Osun State. Why? Because he is campaigning for Tinubu. He's endorsing Tinubu. So first of all, watch the video of this man saying that he will never employ a Christian when he becomes the governor of Katsina State. And I will be right back.
Ni yanzu in zama gwamnan Katsina na gaya ma duk wani wanda ba musulmi ba sai na kore shi a aikin gwamnati. Na ɗauki yaranmu. Kuma duk wani banki da yake Katsina ko wani kamfani da yake Katsina tun daga ko menene daga O6 zuwa O2 yan zuwa ƙasan nan duk sai ka ɗauki indijin. Duk inda ba ɗan Katsina ba ne sai na kore shi ko ka tashi ka bar mana jiha. Inda haka ka'ida ta ce. Yanzu da gwamnoninmu na arewa duk za su yi haka su ce duk bankuna da kamfanonin da suke arewa da menene tun daga level 1 zuwa 6 sai indijin wallahi ko ta sai yanzu su samu wa saurayi miliyan aiki amma ba za su yi tsoron su suke ji mu gwamnonin namu ba su ma iya magana.
All right. First of all, if you check those states I mentioned from the beginning, I understand that Middle Belt, all those Taraba, Plateau, Benue State, they are not, called Northern Nigeria. So I made a video the other day talking about the demographic lies about the population of Nigeria, that Christians still holds up to 54 to 55% population, bigger than or greater than in numbers than the Muslims population in Nigeria. But that does not reflect in appointments in everything. All these issues are the reasons why I will always tell you that Nigeria cannot work. It is your ambition that it is going to work. It is your prayer that it is going to work. Okay? Maybe, and a lot of people do tell me, oh, Kocha, we don't have any other place. You don't have any other place for over 3,000 to 5,000 years of your existence, of your community's existence. until 1914, where Nigeria was amalgamated. You have a place. You have a place, okay? Now, let's watch this video of Oba in Osun State, where he's coming out to campaign for Tinubu, telling Obi and Atiku never to step their feet in Osun State. Normally, what the Oba is saying is against, the constitution. If Nigeria is a working place, such person is supposed to be arrested, but it's an Oba, you can't even talk about that. But what he's saying is just a creation of hate, a creation of disunity. After these people must have put in that disunity, then if we come out to talk, they will say, oh, you people are no. You understand? But we can't see all these things and not talk about it. Take a listen.
I'm grateful. I know you will do another time, second time. Nobody can stop it. Ọba Yorùbá ni yín, ọmọ Yorùbá ní í ṣe kínní. Ẹ dúró tí àbẹ́ dúró tì í. Wọ́n dúró ti Tinubu gbámúgbámú. Yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ anybody that wants to promote another president apart from Tinubu, don't come to Palace, don't come to our Osun. Don't come to our Osun. We only want Tinubu to be next president in 2027, and anybody the president signed to, we are going to go. Ibi tí Tinubu bá ní á lọ, ibẹ̀ lá lọ.
All right, that is a part. Let us talk about the end of this clip, okay? What is remaining in this video is about the NGO bill before the National Assembly. I've talked about this before. They said that this NGO bill is because of the foreign aid being sent to NGOs in Nigeria, that government really want to control it. Wow, everybody's supposed to be happy about that, right? But why can't they just move ahead and regulate the money coming for, let me say, international aids? Like you have NGO and money is coming from abroad to you. Why can't they just do something like that? No, they didn't do only that. Churches, mosques are included, meaning the government will start controlling the churches. But this is where it is getting interesting, because no one is talking about this. In Sharia law, that is the law that Islam is beckoning on, it is enshrined in Nigerian constitution. So this law will not affect Sharia law. It will not affect the Islamic religion, because there is already a constitution guiding them, which is enshrined in Nigerian constitution. Nobody is telling you this. Then it is going to leave other religions, including Christians, vulnerable for that constitution. So I don't know whether you are getting this. I listened to this lawyer, is it Ojinaka? He explained everything very fine, but he did not look into the angle that this law will not control Islam, based on they already have a Sharia law which is enshrined in Nigerian constitution. And the law says that for you to amend Sharia law in Nigeria, you need two-third states in Nigeria to say yes, go ahead. You need two-thirds majority in the House of Assembly, and you don't have it. You don't have that two-thirds to remove that Sharia law. So the law is not going to affect Sharia law, but it is going to affect every other law in Nigeria. He explains it better for you. Just take a listen.
Nigeria's National Assembly is currently considering the NGO regulation bill for passage. It has gone through the first reading, it's gone through second reading, it's now in committee stage, and later this month, the Committee on NGOs in the House of Representatives in Abuja will be holding a public hearing on the bill. And it's important that you understand what this bill means and its implications for both yourself as a citizen and for the country in general. And let me be clear. This is the most dangerous piece of legislation that has come for consideration in the National Assembly since the return to civil rule in 1999. It covers the activities of every entity and everybody that is not government. And it affects churches, mosques, schools, universities, hospitals, everything, as well as humanitarian operations wherever they are taking place in the country, whether in the northeast or in the southeast or south-south, whether in the middle belt or in the northwest or southwest. It is totalitarian in its consequences. Now, what does the bill require? Basically, all resources, all funds, everything that are collected or liable to be collected and made available to service communities, individuals in need in this country will be subject to Abuja. Before you can raise funds in your church and your mosque, you have to get Abuja's permission. After you've raised the money, you have to return them to Abuja for Abuja to tell you what to do with them. And when you've done that, only Abuja can help you to do your audits. Nobody can operate anything without clearance from Abuja. It's worse than a totalitarian piece of legislation. For the old mamas and old papas doing isusu in the village, that is revolving credit. Before you do your collections, you come to Abuja for clearance. After you've done your collections, before you share the money or rotate the collections amongst the beneficiaries, you come to Abuja for clearance. Ahmadiyya movement will have to come to Abuja for clearance. NASFAT will come to Abuja to do anything. The mosques that do collections every Friday to support people in their congregations and their communities will all have to account for that money to civil servants who will either tell them what to do with it or collect it and trouser it into their pockets. The churches will be out of business. The mosques will be endangered. This is what the legislators want us to subscribe to. And as a citizen, you've got to understand that this means that there will be no voice of criticism for government. Nobody can tell government anything. What this body proposes to do, what government is proposing with this bill, is that after it has been passed, everybody organizing in Nigeria under any form, students, All Students Association, Reverend Sisters in convents, Reverend Fathers and pastors, wherever they may be, imams, alfas, and everybody, you will have to apply to Abuja for them to register you to operate. If they agree to register, they can refuse to register you, in which case you cannot do anything. Now, if they agree to register you, however, you will have to only hold that license for 2 years. After those 2 years, you will have to apply for them to renew your license. If they agree at that time to renew your license, you can continue operating for another 2 years. If they don't agree, that license lapses. If you try to do anything without that license, you'll be liable to be imprisoned for 18 months. And if they are sympathetic and agree not to send you to jail, you may be let go with a fine of 500,000 naira. The civil servants will collect this money in the name of the politicians. It will be used to fire up political power that will not be accountable to any one of us. And this is why I'm saying that this is the most dangerous piece of legislation that's been considered in our country to date, in the past 20 years. But you can do something about it. This does not have to be law. This will not be law if you agree that as the citizen, you are the boss. Contact your legislator at the state level, contact your legislator in Abuja, contact your senator and your distinguished senator in your senatorial zone and tell them this will not happen. This is your country too. And unless you fight for it, these people are going to destroy it, not just for you, but for your children and for your grandchildren. And that they don't have a mandate to do. My name is Chidi Anselm Odinkalo. I'm a Nigerian citizen.